They say in Ikoyi, tears are more expensive than diamonds. Behind the golden gates and marble fountains, 5 women wear perfect smiles like masks, but every mask eventually cracks. And when it does, someone pays the price. The sun was setting over Lagos, painting the sky orange and purple like Ankara fabric. In the heart of Ikoyi, where the richest people in Nigeria lived, Royal Gardens Estate stood tall and proud. Big gates, security guards in crisp uniforms, fountain in the middle that danced with colored lights at night. Inside house number 7, Adaeze checked herself in the mirror one more time. Her makeup was perfect. Her Brazilian hair fell in soft waves down her back. Her dress, a silver gown that cost more than some people earned in a year, hugged her body just right. "Mommy, you look like a princess," her 6-year-old daughter Chioma squealed from the bed. Adaeze smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Thank you, my darling. Now remember, when the guests come, you greet them properly and go upstairs with Auntie Joy, okay?" "Yes, ma." Tonight was important. Tonight, the 5 women of Royal Gardens were hosting their annual charity gala. On the outside, it looked like rich women doing rich women things, raising money for orphanages, smiling for Instagram, wearing expensive jewelry. But Adaeze knew the truth. They all did. By 7 p.m., the party was in full swing. The DJ played the latest Afrobeats. Waiters in white gloves carried trays of champagne and small chops. Important people laughed and talked, their gold watches catching the light. Adaeze stood near the poolside with her 4 best friends. To anyone watching, they looked like queens, powerful, beautiful, untouchable. Ngozi wore red, always red. She was the oldest at 45, married to Chief Okonkwo, who owned half the oil blocks in the Niger Delta. Her lips were always painted the color of red. Folake was the fashionista. Every bag she carried was Hermes, every shoe Louboutin. Her husband ran the biggest bank in West Africa. She smiled the most, laughed the loudest. Hauwa was quiet and elegant. Her husband was a senator. She wore a golden hijab that shimmered under the lights and spoke in a soft voice that made people lean in to hear her. Blessing was the youngest at 32. Her husband was a tech billionaire, the boy wonder of Lagos who'd made his first million at 19. She was pregnant with their 3rd child. And then there was Adaeze. Her husband, Emeka, was a real estate developer. He built the tall buildings changing Lagos' skyline. He was handsome, successful, and everyone loved him. Everyone except the 5 women who knew what really happened 3 years ago. "Ladies," Ngozi said quietly, her smile never slipping, "we need to talk, now." They waited until the party was loud enough, busy enough. One by one, they slipped away, down the hallway, past the kitchen where caterers were rushing around, down the stairs to the basement that Adaze's husband had built when they first moved in. A basement with thick walls, soundproof walls. Adaeze locked the door behind them. Suddenly, all the smiles disappeared. "We have a problem," Ngozi said, pulling out her phone. She showed her the screen. 5 words that made Adaze's blood run cold. "I know what you did." "Me too," Folake whispered, her hands shaking. For once, she wasn't smiling. "And me," Hauwa added. "Me 3, Blessing said, touching her pregnant belly protectively. Adaeze felt her heart pounding. "I got one too at 6 a.m. Unknown number." The 5 women looked at each other. 3 years. 3 whole years of keeping the secret, of smiling and laughing and pretending, of living their perfect lives while carrying the weight of what they'd done. "Who could know?" Folake asked. "We were so careful. We swore." "Someone knows," Ngozi cut her off, "and they are playing with us." Adaeze closed her eyes, remembering that night, the night that everything changed. It was New Year's Eve. They'd been celebrating at Ngozi's house, champagne flowing like water, music loud. Their husbands were away. Some business trip to Abuja that seemed more important than spending New Year with their wives. But there was a sixth woman that night, Amaka. Amaka was new to Royal Gardens. Her husband had just bought house number 12. She was younger than all of them, beautiful, ambitious. She wanted to fit in so badly. And she discovered something about how their husbands really made their money. It's bad money, Amaka said that night, drunk on champagne and righteousness. Do you know what they do? Do you know how many people they've hurt? The 5 women had known. Deep down, they'd always known. You don't get that rich that fast in Lagos without cutting corners, without hurting people, without doing things in the shadows that would never stand in the light. But knowing and speaking about it were 2 different things. I'm going to the police, Amaka announced. I have evidence, documents. I'm going to expose all of them. They tried to stop her, tried to talk sense into her. They'll unalive us, Ngozi said. If you expose them, they'll think we helped you. They'll unalive us and our children. But Amaka wouldn't listen. She was going to be a hero. She was going to do the right thing. So they did the wrong thing instead.
It was supposed to scare her. Just scare her. They'd followed her car when she left the party. Followed her along the dark road leading out of Royal Gardens. Ngozi was driving. The rest of them were in the car, hearts pounding, palms sweating. Just bump her, Folake had said. Just a little. Make her think twice. But the road was wet from rain. And when Ngozi's car hit Amaka's bumper, Amaka's car didn't just stop. It swerved. It spun. It flew off the road, down the hill, and into the old construction site where Adaeze's husband was building new luxury apartments. The crash was so loud, metal screaming, glass shattering. Then, silence. They'd climbed down the hill in their party dresses and high heels, found Amaka's car crushed against concrete pillars, found Amaka inside, bleeding, barely breathing. Hospital, Blessing had cried. We have to get her to a hospital. But Ngozi had looked at them with cold eyes and said the words that changed everything. If she lives, we all gone. Our husbands will know we know. They'll know she talked to us. We become loose ends. In this life, loose ends don't survive. So they'd made the choice. The terrible, unforgivable choice. They left her there. Back in the basement, the memory hung heavy in the air. Someone saw us, Hauwa said now, her voice shaking. Someone knows. Or someone told, Folake accused, looking at each of them. No one told, Adaeze said firmly. We swore. On our children's lives, we swore. Another phone buzzed, then another, then all 5 at once. They looked down at the new message. Meet me at the old construction site. Midnight. Come alone, or everyone knows. The same construction site where Amaka had unalived, where luxury apartments now stood, built over guilt and secrets. It's a trap, Blessing said. Of course it's a trap, Ngozi replied, but we don't have a choice. Upstairs, the party continued. Music played, people danced, champagne flowed. But in the basement, 5 women stood in silence, staring at their phones. 3 years of running, 3 years of hiding, 3 years of pretending. And now, someone was calling them home, back to the place where it all began, back to the scene of their crime. What do we do? Folake whispered. Ngozi straightened her shoulders, her red dress catching the light. We go. We meet whoever this is and we handle it, the same way we've handled everything else. By unaliving someone? Hauwa asked quietly. The question hung in the air like smoke. Adaeze thought of little Chioma upstairs, laughing with Auntie Joy, innocent, pure, untouched by the darkness her mother carried. We go at midnight, she said finally. All 5 of us, together, just like that night. One by one, they nodded. They'd made a choice 3 years ago. A choice that bound them together like chains. A choice that turned them from friends into accomplices, from wives into unalivers. And tonight, they would face the consequences. As they walked back upstairs to their perfect party, to their perfect lives, Adaeze caught her reflection in a mirror on the wall. She looked beautiful, successful, happy, but her eyes told a different story. The eyes never lie. And somewhere out there, someone was watching. Someone who knew the truth. Someone who was tired of letting them pretend. The clock on the wall showed 9:47 p.m. In just over 2 hours, everything would change. Again. To be continued in part 2. The perfect life was always a lie. The perfect smiles hid perfect crimes. And now someone is ready to expose it all. Who sent the messages? What do they want? And what will the 5 women do when they come face to face with their past? Find out in part 2, The Reckoning. Because in Ikoyi, tears might be expensive, but the truth is priceless. Don't miss part 2. Subscribe and turn on notifications.